I think the first question, before we get to all these numbers, the election's coming up tomorrow. Does the election have an impact on your investment in Berkshire Hathaway or any of the other investments for these ultra wealthy individuals?
So we have a market opportunities and risk call every month, and that call is coming up this Thursday, where we're going to talk about the meaning of the election after it happens. But basically, the election is another scenario. So we are constantly planning around every possible scenario and every sector. So this is another scenario, and we do long-term planning. And so this is another scenario that we're going to deal with when we know the results.
You Sensei Millionaires are an optimistic group. You think everything's going to be settled on Thursday? You're having the meeting. Just as a question, if everything's not settled, do you move the meeting back a little bit?
No, we're still going to keep meeting.
Okay.
We're going to meet, and we're going to talk about what the implications of the delay might be as well, because there's always implications, and so we have to be ready for every option.
All right, let's go back to the numbers from this report. The cash pile has grown considerably. It was $277 billion the previous quarter. It's jumped up quite a bit. As a group of investors, are you nervous that Berkshire Hathaway is just sitting on too much cash? We're showing it right here. It's up to about 325 right now. Are you nervous that Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett, they're just sitting on too much cash?
So now he's actually sitting on a third of his market cap is in cash. But that doesn't make us nervous. That gives us even more confidence. He's getting ready to do something. This isn't just a war chest. This is a warning that he's going to make a move. And the last time he made a big move in 2016, he made an acquisition. We don't think there's anything to be nervous about. He is a very disciplined investor, and this is just another sign of that discipline.
So that sounds like you're in favor of all the moves here, because you don't seem like you have a lot of questions about what's going on, including the trimming of Apple, which has happened pretty substantially over the last couple quarters.
And the trimming of Apple, again, shows his level of discipline. He's willing to take profits in an up market. But the trimming of Apple also gives us confidence. He's down to 300 million shares of Apple from 900, but he's selling in an up market. Apple just went up 20% year to date. So there's nothing bad about doing that. He's also anticipating if taxes go up, this might be a better time to sell.
All right. I want to talk to you about another one of his investments, buying SiriusXM Holdings. We've talked quite a bit about it, some pretty substantial stakes. I'm looking at the shares right now. SiriusXM down just about 50% year to date, about half of its value lost. At the same time, in your mind and your notes that you sent us, and please explain this, you think it's basically a proxy investment in Liberty Media, but just at a discount. So we're going to show the chart. Liberty Media is up pretty substantially year to date, actually outperforming the S&P by a bit. Just kind of walk through that thesis with me, because the holding company for Liberty Media, these are separated businesses. They're intentionally separated. So how does SiriusXM give you a piece of those other ones?
Well, it's a tracking stock. So basically, you're buying a piece of the other business in a discounted opportunity. The tracking stock gives you a discount. So Warren Buffett, being the value investor that he is, sees a juicy sector that he thinks is underdeveloped, that there might be some more upside. He's getting free cash flow, free net cash flow. He's getting recurring revenues in a subscription business. It's classic Warren Buffett. It's really brilliant. And that's why we're going to talk about, again, in the market opportunities call, how do we also find these niche-like opportunities, because he has a real good eye for spotting these.
Isn't it kind of interesting that Warren Buffett's buying into the racing business, the podcast business, as while selling, I guess, what's legacy tech like Apple? And it sounds like you're all for that. You're into this new media play that he's making with SiriusXM and just Liberty Media overall.
Yeah, I think that it's a brilliant play. It's, again, another niche business for a value investor who's very disciplined, and he sees a long runway for this play, and we think that there's a lot of upside. We agree with him.